Hello friends! So today I am going to be making room on my bookshelves. So we're doing an unhaul. I have no idea how many books I'm getting rid of, but there are 2 boxes full of them. I'm not going to be talking about each and every one because we will be here for 5 hours if we did that. But if something comes up that I remember that I want to talk about, I certainly will. Some of these I've had for quite some time, so I probably don't even remember what they're about or anything like that. But these will usually be books either that I really just didn't like, that I don't want to keep around anymore, or books that I thought were okay, but I'm never going to want to reread again or recommend to someone else. So no reason for me to keep them around, and just general things like that. So they're not in any kind of order, they're not in any kind of grouping, just literally grabbing them out of the boxes they've been sitting in for a while and seeing what we have. Alright, so first up is Too Late to Die Young by Harriet McBride Johnson. I think this was a gift of mine at least a decade ago. I have no idea, I don't remember what it's about. I do remember that I never finished reading it though, so she's gonna go. Okay, then we have The Widows of Eastwick by John Updike. I don't know when, where, why, or how I got this book, but I think it's maybe the sequel to The Witches of Eastwick, but I clearly haven't read it yet, and I watched The Witches of Eastwick over Halloween, and I don't like it as much as I thought I remembered liking it, so we're definitely not going to read this one either. Okay, I'm probably going to get some flack for this one because people who love this book or this trilogy love this trilogy. I'm getting rid of all 3 of them. I read this one, did not like it at all. I tried to read the second one through an ebook or an audiobook and I still couldn't get through it. But I will say I do love the sci-fi show, which is why I wanted to read it. And even though I don't like the books, I still love me some Elliot. And we have Practical Magic by Alice Hoffman. I really, really wanted to love this one because it's one of my all-time most favorite movies ever. But the book is nothing like the movie, which was highly disappointing. Water for Elephants by Sara Gruen. It was boring and there was lots of animal cruelty. We have The Whale Caller by Zakes. I think I got this for free from my college's library. I also never finished it. We have The Fall of Lucifer by Wendy, Alec. It's the exact retelling of Genesis in the Bible. We have Annihilation by Jeff Vandermeer. I did not like this book, even though I still really want to know what happens in the rest of the trilogy, but I doubt I'm ever going to actually read it because I didn't like it at all. We have the Poisonwood Bible by Barbara Kingsolver. I had every intentions of reading this book, but never got around to picking it up, so I think that means I probably never will. All right, we have some science literature. This is At the Water's Edge, Fish with Fingers, Whales with Legs, and How Life Came Ashore but then went back to sea. I attempted to read this twice, both times were for a class, and I never made it through chapter 5 in either class, so... Although I do have another Karl Zimmer book that I love called Parasite Rex. This is Joni by Joni Tada. I think this was a gift. I don't have any idea what it's about, but I also know that I don't have interest in reading it. This is Drinking Coffee Elsewhere by ZZ Packer. I think this is a short story collection. I think I had this for my English class, so I don't need it anymore since I'm done with that class. This is The Wonder by Emma Donoghue. Wanted to like it, but did not at all. Okay, sorry the angle keeps changing. I'm having technical difficulties. But we have Black Mountain Breakdown by Lee Smith, and Lee Smith is actually one of my favorite authors, but this one just did not do it for me. And another one by Lee Smith. This is Family Linen. I did not like this one, but it's not one of my favorite of hers, so I'm gonna make some space and see what else I can find. All right, we have nope, not Catcher in the Rye. Catch-22 by Joseph Heller. This is Of course, a classic. Everyone has heard of this. Nope. I don't even think I made it halfway through this book. It is not for me. All right, we have Marked by PC and Kristin Cast. I actually think this was a gift from my grandmother. She really liked these books, but I didn't care for this one, so I didn't finish out the series. This is Nicotine by somebody, Nell, Zink. This is another one of books I got from Book of the Month Club that did not sit well with me. I found it extremely boring. I'm going to get some hate on this one too. People love Ready Player One by Ernest, Cline. Nope. It was better than the movie, but I still didn't like the book at all. Another Book of the Month Club. This is Homesick for Another World by Otessa. It's a collection of short stories. They were all incredibly sad, depressing, and skeezy. More Book of the Month Club. You sensing a trend here? We have Lolly Willows by Sylvia Townsend Warner. This was supposed to be kind of witchy, and I guess it was, but it didn't have enough in-your-face magic for me to really enjoy it all that much. Okay, and we have Exit West by Mohsin Hamid. I didn't hate this book, but I just couldn't like the character. I couldn't connect to the characters as much as I'd like, but overall it wasn't terrible, so yeah. And another Book of the Month Club. This is Into Thin Air by John Krakauer. I did not finish this book at all. I loved his Into the Wild, but this one I did not care for at all. All right, so now I have plenty of space on my shelves. So my city does not have a public library, but we do have a community library that runs on donations, books, and money. And so all of these will be going to that community library. They can either add it to their library for people to borrow, or they can sell it in a library sale to make some money. But that is where all of these are going. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope that means I will see you soon.